look in the mirror, when I look in the mirror, baby, I see it clear. Why you wanna be nearer? I'm not surprised, I sympathize. I can't deny your appetite. You got a fetish for my...
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Amber Speaks. I really appreciate you for being here. Just like I promised, I was gonna come back and give you another video talking about moving to Arizona, except this time I wanna talk more about some of the pros and cons. Now keep in mind, I'm not, seasoned. I'm not a seasoned Arizonian. I'm not even though technically I'm a resident now. I mean, I haven't been here forever. So there's gonna be a lot of information that I'm gonna have to obviously give you along the way later on as I find out more pros and more cons. So just, bear with your girl. So far, again, I do want to just talk about the pros and cons up until this point. Again, like I said in my last video, I did move here back in April of 2022. I was here for a little over a month, and like I stated before, I had to go back home to Seattle because I had some personal matters back at home. And so I did have to go back. And so now I'm back again and I'm enjoying it. Sad to say, but I'm enjoying it. Sad to say for other people, because I literally was talking to my mom and my siblings earlier, my best friend, my cousin, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. It's so icy outside. Even I seen one of my friends from high school posted, because he works for one of the major airlines, and they like all the flights and everything out of Seattle are canceled, and it's so crazy because I'm supposed to be going back in a couple weeks. So that's gonna be interesting because I do not want to get stuck. I literally do not want to be there for more than 2 weeks. So, pray for your girl. Anywho, now that we've got that out the way, I do want to go ahead and jump right into what this video is about. And again, I just moved to Arizona. I just wanted to use some pros and cons and jump right into it right now. Okay. Pros, the weather. That's a given. Anybody's going to tell you that. Everybody's going to tell you that. The weather is amazing. Like I said, in my last video, I'll say it again, literally 4 months of crazy, crazy, crazy weather, crazy hot weather, and then the rest of the months, beautiful outside. Like I said, even me and my child literally just went out maybe a couple hours ago, around a little bit before 8 o'clock, and I wore a sweatshirt, he wore a little sweatshirt, and it was like 60 degrees or something outside. But it felt so good. Like we didn't necessarily even need the sweaters, but I think because we still have like clothes like from what we wear back in Seattle. So we still have like a lot of sweatshirts and beanies and hats and stuff like that. Stuff that we really don't need. Like my kid has mittens and stuff. You don't need them here, but it felt so good. So the weather is amazing. Like you're going to enjoy it as long as you can get through those few months of really, really hot weather. I will tell you right now, I do not like heat. So I just want to tell those people who are like, I don't like heat. Oh my God, I would love to give it a try, but I just don't like the heat. I just don't like the heat. Neither do I. I can't stand the heat. I can't say that any more times than that. I'm for real. But the environment, the energy, how I feel when I'm here, it beats out the heat. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that makes sense. Like it even though the heat is a bitch, during the summer months, all the other months is beautiful, and so I feel like it's worth it. You know, I feel like if you can just buckle down or whatever, and that's why I think it's important that wherever you decide to move to, and I will do some apartment tours for you all at some places that I believe are very beautiful. So yes, again, I want to stay on track. Weather is beautiful. It really is. And if you can just get through those a few months, you're going to be fine. So yeah. The next pro I want to talk about is the environment and the aesthetics. Like the environment, because of the weather, I think a lot, it like kind of sets the mood. It sets the scenery. It looks almost like something out of a book, like a beautiful like story. I'm being a little extra right now, but I'm not being extra. It sounds like I'm being extra, but I'm not being extra. Like, it just feels so like unreal, you know, that there's a place in the world, on the map, in the US, where you can wake up, open your blinds, and the sun is just shining through, and you don't have to have your lights on all day long. You know, back at home in Seattle, you know, it could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You still gonna have some lights on because it'd be so cloudy outside. It'd be like cloudy, and the cloudiness brings in darkness because it's keeping away. It's just the sun and everything else is like, so here you can wake up, open your blinds in each room that you have, and the sunshine just shines through. That's a beautiful thing. But the aesthetics of everything, I love their homes out here. Now I do have beautiful homes back in Seattle too. Like our homes are really beautiful out there. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna act like, I want to try to be, not try to just jump off the Seattle ship and jump on the Arizona ship because I'm here now. People be doing that because they done moved on up, if you want to say that, and they just start talking crap about, the other place they used to live, whatever. So it's not a bashing thing, but we have beautiful homes out there. It's very expensive in Seattle. It's always been expensive. And so I'm gonna talk about that here too, about the cost. But to finish up the pros, another pro is a lot of restaurants, a lot of things to do for kids. I haven't had a chance to take my kid out a whole lot, just because of how my life has been going, and I work a lot and I do a lot. I do take him to local parks and stuff like that. But I am going to really push myself to get him, going to different museums and different parks. They have so many indoor parks, they have outdoor parks, of course. They have a whole bunch of different museums and stuff. I was thinking about, I don't know yet if I'm gonna do it, but for the bringing in the new year, there's a beautiful popular museum in Phoenix, and they're gonna have balloon drop and all that stuff. It's gonna be during the day, because it's for kids and stuff like that. But I thought maybe I should take them to that. So beautiful. How these places, they'll have pools and stuff like that. It's super cool. So I find that to be really nice, because I feel like you always have something to do. It's always nice to have something to do. Like I say, even though I'm not the person that's always rushing to go somewhere, because I'm just not. I'm very comfortable in my own bubble. But with me, I know that I have to push myself to do stuff. Back at home, I would have to take my son to do things or out to eat, or just do different things or go to arcades or whatever, because I wouldn't do that if it wasn't for him. Honestly, I just wouldn't. And my son's a Leo. He has so much energy. He's full of energy. He's on 1,000 at all times. And I do mean at all times. I got very lucky. So, yeah, lots of things to do. So definitely take advantage. When you come out here, look at different things you can do. Look at different areas. You're definitely going to enjoy that. Another pro. Oh, it makes me want to cry. I want to shed a tear right now. I really do. This is so powerful. It's so powerful. Traffic. There ain't no damn traffic like that. Listen, it's so funny because I've heard different people be like, oh, you know, traffic, like, like people that are from here, they really think they have traffic. It's crazy. They don't know nothing about traffic. Oh yeah, there was traffic today. Where? Where? Show me. Never. Not back then, not now. And the craziest thing is now there's more people. The population has increased by so much because so many people are moving to Arizona. So it's crazy how so many people are moving here and there's still no damn traffic. Because for me, when I get in the car and I go somewhere, I'm trying to get to my destination. I'm not trying to lollygag. I'm not trying to look around. But I want to get to where I'm going and I want to get back in a timely fashion. It's already crazy enough way people driving. I'm trying to get there and get back. The sooner I do it, the better. And so it's so amazing. Okay. I want to jump into the cons because I don't want to make this video too long. I try to drag it out because I know I can talk a mile a minute and I can go on forever. So, cons.
It's expensive now.
It's not economical like it used to be back in the day. Now, keep in mind, there are different locations, cities and everything, like Phoenix, of course, it's going to be more economical. So you can find you a nice place at a decent price. But as you get closer to the Gilbert, Chandler, Scottsdale area, which is what I'm most familiar with, I don't want to talk about a whole bunch of places I'm not familiar with. It's so expensive now. I do not want to tell you one day maybe I will tell you what I pay for rent. Right now I'm not going to. Just moving somewhere new. I think apartment communities are the best way. I think it's the most safest way. I think it's the most logical way to start. You don't know the lay of the land yet, and so going into apartment community till you learn the lay of the land, and then you can start venturing out a little bit more. Another con, I talked about this in my last video, bugs. Coming here, I feel like every time I say bugs, I like scratch. I'm sorry, I just do. But cause that's how much I can't stand them. That's how much I can't stand them. But bugs. So I will tell you, again, my issue is not horrible. Literally, my unit is a brand new, like my apartment home community, brand new. They just were built. I love the fact that I am in a unit where no other life has been. No one has ever breathed. Is that a word? Oh my God. I think it's the one. No, I think it's the one. I love the fact that no one else has been here. No one else has used my washer, my dryer. I think it's the Virgo in me. Like I said again, I'm very weird about certain things. So, anywho.
Bugs. You're going to see different kind of bugs. It can be a little annoying. It can be a little irritating. But comes to territory. My issue's not bad at all. You just got to call the office. They'll come out and spray. You won't really see any bugs and you're good to go. But they're just different kind of bugs, and if you're not used to them, you're like, what is that? What's going on? Where did that come from? But you're in a new area, you're gonna see new things. Just like if you go down south, it's gonna be mosquitoes. Just depends on where you're at. I have not seen a Scorpio or anything like that. So I know that's another thing people ask about. Oh, Scorpio. I have not seen a Scorpio. Hopefully I don't.
So again, just, enjoy it, don't try to nitpick, and yeah, again, people, the people can be different. It's a new environment, so of course there's gonna be new people, new personalities, new perspective, but take it with a grain of salt. Overall, great experience with people so far. So again, don't let small things get in the way of your journey. And that's about it. That's it for the pros and cons today. Again, I am going to do another video of FYIs. They're not going to be more like pros and cons, but more like FYIs, like things that, like good information. And so definitely check that out. Thank you so much again for taking the time to tune in and listen to my journey, and also just listen to the advice and stuff I'm giving. I'm only giving what I know. Again, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about everything, but this is just my perspective. This is just the information I feel like would be super useful for newbies coming to the area. And so I'll definitely be putting a lot more information out there just so you're comfortable, and I feel like the more information the better. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Peace. Why am I saying peace? I don't know why I'm saying peace. It seems so old school, but I guess now that I'm in my mid-30s, I guess I am old school too. So peace. See y'all later.
Look in the mirror. When I look in the mirror, baby, I see it clear. Why you wanted it near?